Welcome back, Phosphor fans. Earl at thelogbook.com here, back with more lunar lunacy, because July is a really good month for that sort of thing, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the first lunar landing. And we're back here with the Nintendo Game Boy to see what this platform has to offer us in the way of games about the moon. And it just so happens that in 1990, right at the beginning of the Game Boy's lifespan, Nintendo had a really neat game to offer. See it here, Lunar Lander, licensed by Nintendo. The developer's name was Pack-In Video, which apparently I went and looked it up. They did a lot more stuff than I really thought they did. I have a feeling they probably changed names a few times. And here we have a game about the space shuttle called Lunar Lander. I don't think that's how it works. Because here's the thing. Remember our good friend, the Apollo Command and Service module? This is what carried the Lunar Excursion module to the moon. Fired this big engine to slow itself down enough to get captured in lunar orbit, fired the engine again to break out of lunar orbit and head home, and the LEM connected to it at the top of the command module. They seem to have forgotten this vehicle in this game. So, yeah, apparently this is a game about space shuttles going to the moon with a LEM aboard. Let's see how this works. I don't know the password. I still don't understand what the space shuttle is doing here, but okay, it was 1990, and, you know, space shuttles were just how we were doing things now. Okay, so shades of Project Space Station's shuttle launch sequence. If you see the bar graph there for comp, you have to keep comp fairly high. Try to keep it at least in that dark area. You kind of have to pump a button to do that. It's a little bit of track and field there, it seems like. Oh good, we got to orbit with fuel to spare in our space shuttle that is now going to the moon. I don't know how that works either. $2,000-point launch bonus. Land and explore. It's funny, it says push any key. This is a Game Boy game. Now yes, I am playing it in emulation so I can show it to you over here, but any key? Nintendo? Really? Ah! Oh, this isn't. Okay, that could have gone better. Hard time. Okay, now the oh no. Whoa. Oh. Okay, I did it. I'm walking on the moon. Wow, I've never seen a lunar lander game where you get to walk on the moon with robots. Okay, this is excessively weird. And I've discovered, what is that, a plant? It's flowers and robots on the moon. Okay, this is, it's something kind of like a Lode Runner here. Okay, I'm happy to be discovering life on the moon, I think. I'll be honest, I haven't really checked this game out much, so I have no idea what is going on. I'm going to take it for granted that the robots are to be avoided. Okay, another flower. There's gotta be a story with these flowers. There's gotta be a story with these robots. I'm not sure I want to know what it is, but... Hello, flower. Let me see if I can find a location with fewer robots. I said fewer robots, not more robots. Okay, this is... There's no way this can possibly be a good thing with all these robots. I guess I'm trying to dig for samples here. The thing about this game is it was released in Japan only. And so I have no documentation for it whatsoever. None. So while I may know the correct configuration of vehicle you would need to reach the moon, I don't know jack about this game, and I think it really shows. Let's get back in and leave. That's a no, I guess. That's a no. Okay. What happens if I dig in one place for a long time? Aside from the fact that I'm going to run out of air a lot sooner. Okay. What must I do? The controls are kind of, there's something kind of Lode Runner-ish about this. Although I really am having a hard time figuring out what my objective in the game is. I keep finding these flower things. My air is getting awfully low. So, let me see about getting back to the LEM. Can I come in? Nope. buzz lock me out? Hello, another flower. This is absolutely bizarre. And another flower. Okay, I'm sub 100 on my air. Go away, robot. What do I do? Die, apparently. Okay. Simple enough. Will do. Whoa, okay. The meteors... I'm not liking the meteors on the landing screen. Well, that didn't work out too well. Can we go back to the part where I was talking about the command and service module? I really felt like I sounded like I knew what I was doing there. Please try again. Well, that was certainly different. So there you have it, going to the moon in a space shuttle packing a lunar lander. I will drop this little bit of knowledge on you, though, however, something that I do know, that it actually does connect the shuttle and Apollo programs. At one point, there was a requirement in the shuttle design spec to have basically an escape craft. This was before Challenger, this was actually before the thing was ever built and launched. And one possibility that was at least studied by North American Aviation was, which was building the shuttle back when they were North American Rockwell. They considered the possibility that the escape craft could be an Apollo command module without the service module. We're talking about just this bit. And it would be in the shuttle cargo area, right behind the, basically where you put the airlock to dock to the International Space Station these days, or, these days, toward the end of the shuttle program, where you found that airlock. This would have been in there at launch, so if anything went wrong, they could climb in here, get out of the, get out of the cargo bay, and return to Earth in this if something was wrong with the shuttle. I'm sitting here petting my Apollo command module. That would not have helped the Challenger crew because they were still in the atmosphere when they had their incident. But if you think about it, that might have helped the Columbia crew if that had remained part of the design spec or something similar to it. In any case, as real history happened, that was removed from the design spec very early on because just having this whole other spacecraft in the cargo bay would have been a huge penalty on weight that the shuttle could carry, as well as the volume that it could carry. So, there you have it. Lunar Lander for the Nintendo Game Boy. A really bizarre little import that seems to have some very misguided notions about the American space program and how it worked. And yet at the same time, it's kind of cool. It adds a lot to the basic lunar landing type of game that has been floating around since mainframes in the 60s, and then Atari got hold of it in 1979 with Lunar Lander and added basically a graphical interface to it. Prior to that, on mainframes, you would get a display showing your horizontal and vertical velocity, and you would have to try to cancel everything out to zero just as you touch down. And that is an interesting notion, but it's easier for the average player to comprehend it in graphical form, to have something that has speed and velocity that you can see, that you can try to bring down for a landing. So there you have it, Lunar Lander on the Game Boy, another addition to our month of lunar lunacy. Actually a pretty neat one. I just wish I had a better understanding of what was needed once you're on the surface, what it is you're exploring for and how you find it. At that point, I would probably adore this game. So maybe a revisit is in order somewhere down the road. Thanks for watching.